Okay, so today's assignment, I am going to be looking into the Isan region of Thailand. It's in the northeast region of Thailand. 6 years ago, I went to Thailand for about a month, not a planned trip. I'll give you the story. I was living in this crazy warehouse space in Brooklyn that got shut down by the DOB, Department of Buildings, and that was unfortunate. But I ended up just buying a one-way ticket to Thailand. I had never been before. I love the food, and I fell even more in love when I was there. When I was there, I took a decent amount of photos, and I haven't looked at them for a while, so I'm gonna take a look now. You guys wanna see them? Some Somtum, me. I'm not gonna get into selfies. Some cow soy. This was incredible. I think this meal cost me like $6. And these are some shrimp balls being made, my favorite. But it was the food of the Isan region that I really fell in love with. All the flavors were kind of heightened compared to anything else that I had in Thailand. It was punchy, it was super, super bright. The fiery heat that would just like linger on and not go away. I'm gonna be going to a restaurant in Manhattan in the East Village called Somtum. I'm gonna be working with the owner, Supani. We're gonna cook through a lot of dishes I'm familiar with and some that I'm hoping that I've never seen before. I imagine there'll be some grilled meats and fried chicken. I'm like salivating just thinking about it. It is by far one of my favorite type of foods to eat. This is the restaurant, this is the menu, and this is the kitchen. Okay, we're in the East Village. I'm at Somtum with the owner, Supani. Sawadee Kap.
Sawadee Kap.
I know you have a lot of ingredients you put out. They represent like the 5 different flavors of what makes Isan cuisine so unique. If you could take me through it.
Sure. We have 5 different flavors, and the first one is sweet, and then we have salty and spicy and sour, and the last one is bitter. One of the main characteristics of Isan food is that in one bite you can taste all these 5 flavors. So it's kind of explodes in your mouth. I say it more complement each other.
There's some of the ingredients I'm familiar with, some I'm not.
So the first one is palm sugar.
It's very dense and it's like a pellet you have to break down. This is just white sugar. And this is brown sugar.
Okay, so this is filled crab. This is fermented. This mainly go to somtam or spicy papaya salad.
The green papaya salad.
Yeah.
Because it's shellfish, I would think it's like a salty flavor. But you're saying it falls under the kind of sweet pillar.
Yes.
It's actually really good. It is a little salty, but it's more sweet than anything. And then this one over here.
This is the pickled garlic with juice. We make a lot of sauce with this juice, and sometimes we use the whole piece of garlic.
It's funny because I would think like it's would provide acidity or be sour, but it falls under the sweet category. I'm gonna try just the juice. For the liquid sweet. The next one.
The salty. If you're talking about Isan food, you cannot escape from using fish sauce. Also, another type of fish sauce that we use is fermented one. So this one is like pungent and it's very strong.
So I'm definitely more familiar with this fish sauce over here.
Yes.
Kind of has that clear, deep amber. How would you describe the flavor difference between this one and this one?
The flavor, I think this is more intense.
I should try this one first.
Okay, not too much. It's
Not
very
too much.
salty.
Very, very concentrated. That's a strong fish sauce.
Right, yes.
Is there anything else in this?
You have anchovy, you have salt, pickled garlic juice, and believe it or not, they put the khao niao, sticky rice grain.
Huh. This one almost has like a sweetness to it. Thicker consistency. I love that.
You love it. Okay.
Yeah. It's very strong. It's very pungent. The third is spice, heat. The Isan food can be very, very spicy. So I guess you have 2 chilies here.
This is the dry chili, and this is the bird eye chilies.
When would you use the fresh one versus the dried one?
The dry one actually gives you different kind of smell, and sometimes we also put into papaya salad. The fresh one we use in somtam and many other ingredients. Okay. Also, sometimes we ground it up and put in lard. The bird eye chili here that we find here is less spicy
than the one in Thailand?
Bangkok. Yes. This is bigger, but it's not as spicy.
This is for you guys. That was not a smart idea.
No.
The next one is...
Yeah, it's of course sourness. Sour we get from lime, and we also have cherry tomato. This one is another important one.
Tamarind.
Juice. Yeah.
It could be quite sour, then sometimes I find it can be very sweet too. That was a big bite. It's actually a lot more sour than I thought it would be. But this almost has like a sour apricot-y flavor. This one would be the bitter flavor.
Right.
Can you take me through?
Sure, this is eggplant. This is Thai eggplant. We put that in spicy papaya salad and some of the soup. And this one is roasted rice grain in a lot of menu. We roast it up and then we pound it.
It has like a deeply toasted, almost like a slight smokiness to it. That's really delicious.
And the last one, this is actually from young grass, or in Thai is bayanang. It's very herby.
It's subtle. It's not too, I mean, it's definitely bitter, but it's not too astringent in that sense. So I guess the last part, fresh herbs and aromatics that are used. I know you have a few right next to you.
Yes, the first one is bai makrut and lemongrass, of course, and garlanka.
It's so different tasting it just raw versus cooked. It's very intense. It tastes like I'm eating pine leaves. Pine and citrus, and it's really in your face, and quite a bit of bitterness.
And I know you guys call this dill, but we call Laotian parsley.
And that's because Laos is very close to Isan.
Yes.
I guess like there's a few different tools that are used in the Thai kitchen, the Isan region. I know one of them for sure, and that's over there.
That's the mortar and pestle.
The
Krok and saab.
And that's what you use to make the Somtum, correct?
Right, yes.
Is there any other kind of like cooking equipment that you would see?
Sure, like things that you see in a regular kitchen, like a wok, deep fries, and stove. But right now, everybody use fork and spoon. Okay. A lot of people misunderstood about chopsticks. We don't really use in Thai cuisine. Sometimes we use it if you eat noodle soup.
Soups.
Right.
Okay.
You use the fork to push the food into the spoon, and then you take the spoon into your mouth.
Okay, I guess I know we went and tried a bunch of different flavors. I guess what are the dishes we're going to be making today?
สะโพกไก่ทอดเด้อแกงอ่อมไก่ตำปูปลาร้าลาบเป็ด and soupหน่อไม้ and also we are going to make some sticky rice today.
Okay.
I would say originally Isan has khao niao a lot, because Isan people mostly they are farmer. So they go into the rice paddy and they work whole day. So if you have khao niao with you, it stay longer.
Okay, so that'll a 3 out of 6 I feel comfortable with. Okay, so I'm here in the kitchen at Somtum. I'm here with Chef Jim. The first dish that we're doing is fried chicken, correct?
Yes.
This is like one of the most popular dishes on the menu. And you guys have bone-in skin-on chicken thighs. And is this like very spicy, this batter, or not too spicy?
No, not
Okay.
too spicy.
I see there's ice, so you put ice in with the marinade.
Yeah, we marinate and put ice, and then we take it.
So you make the batter really, really cold so that when it
Yes.
goes into the hot oil, it gets really crispy and crunchy all over.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I haven't seen that. I've seen like cold water or cold seltzer, but I've never seen like ice to do that. And how hot is the oil?
350.
350? But it gets crispy really quickly. All right. Okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Now it's going back into the hot oil. That's pretty damn good. This smells so good.
Okay, we're gonna cut.
How do you cut it? You cut it crosswise?
We're gonna cut like this.
Oh, through the bone.
Everything, the bone inside is cooking
Yeah, it's cooked,
already. Ready to serve.
Okay, so I see that you're using a cleaver to cut the chicken. Is the cleaver kind of the knife you see most often in Thailand, or not so much?
In Thailand, we use 2 or 3 kind of the knife. This one we use for the chop. And we use chef knife.
Yeah.
The same here.
And what's the third one?
Like the fruit or the vegetable, you use the small one.
A smaller pair knife. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so what is this? This is the
This
fry.
is the fried garlic. These are roasted rice,
And what's that?
fish sauce, chili powder, tamarind juice, and lemon.
So it's sweet, salty, spicy,
yeah.
sour.
Yeah, and we put
That feels like
roasted rice on the top.
And that's
This is the coriander.
coriander. So our fried chicken's done. I'm gonna take a piece just by itself first. It's so crunchy. Just the texture is so satisfying. I mean, I think it's perfect on its own, but I'm very curious about the sauce.
It's supposed to complement each other.
I thought it might taste a little bit more funky and salty and spicy, but it's actually quite sour.
Oh,
It's
okay.
spicy and sour.
Right.
I'm gonna steal the technique of putting ice in with the batter. It makes so much sense. So we have the sticky rice going. I know it's on the stove. How long does it usually take for the rice to cook?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
30 minutes.
So we have the rice, it's almost done. The coconut milk here, it's for the rice, correct?
Yeah.
And you mentioned there's salt and sugar here?
Yeah.
So just regular white sugar, right?
No, this is salt.
Oh, that's salt.
Yeah. And sugar. Careful. Hot.
It's so sticky. That's
Now
good.
it's cooked already.
It feels ready. And you move it around just to kind of bring the temperature down.
Yeah. And we're gonna make the little sticky rice. We have to put the coconut milk in
So
here.
you do all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
It definitely takes on a more of a almost paste-like texture.
When it's cold, we're gonna make like this.
Okay, so you form it into these logs.
Yeah. It feels a little bit different.
Yeah, it's become a lot more sticky. And when you bite into it, you almost can't make out any of the grains.
Mango sticky rice.
Mango, I was going to say,
Yeah,
this is what you eat mango sticky rice with. So we are going to grill the coconut sticky rice. What's next for this?
We're gonna prepare the eggs.
So you dip it in the eggs?
Yeah.
So it's eggs and what else?
And seasoning sauce.
This is a Thai soy sauce.
Yes.
It's kind of like a lighter version of the Chinese soy sauce.
Yeah, it's similar.
So this is just going to get dipped all over. You're constantly kind of turning it, making sure it's not too brown all over. It only takes a few minutes, right? Okay, and then this would like go with your somtum or with your fried chicken. Next dish is geng
om kai.
geng om kai. So this is soup from the Isan region. So what's this right now?
Water.
Just water.
Yeah. Water and like salt a little bit.
Okay, so these are chicken thighs that are cut, and so you're gonna add that to the water.
Yeah.
So the water is coming to a simmer. What's this?
This one we have the roasted rice, lemongrass, the
Lemongrass.
garlic, red onion on it.
Okay, this smells incredible. Sure, and then you're adding some Thai chilies.
Yeah. And then we wait for a few seconds. We're gonna put vegetable.
The Thai eggplant just went in, he cut it into wedges. That's gonna take the longest to cook. And then he's gonna add a few more other kind of seasonings and flavorings.
Gonna put vegetable.
So at this point, the vegetables are cooking. What's after this?
That's it.
This is done?
Yeah, it's done.
It still is quite pungent, like on the nose, but I'm curious to taste and see how it's kind of different from when we first tried it. But I know we have one more dish in the kitchen to cook before we make the somtam, and that's lap, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of lap are we making today?
We make a duck lap pet. Yeah, in Thai.
Lard pet. So water.
A ground duck meat.
And so you let this go until the water
Water is dry.
is gone.
We put the chili powder, roasted rice,
So this is the fried duck skin we're going to use.
put some duck skin there,
Oh, you throw it in. Okay.
and later on the top.
And later on the top. Okay.
Now we can put everything inside. Everything we're gonna put the vegetable. We're gonna put red onion, coriander, cilantro,
Cilantro. I love that. Coriander and cilantro.
scallion, yeah, fresh chili.
Lime juice.
Yeah. Mix everything together.
This dish has the touches on salty, sweet, spicy, sour, bitter. It touches all those flavors. You would eat it with the sticky rice,
Yes.
right? Oh, more crispy.
Yeah. And
Crispy
fried
garlic?
And then this is fried lamb leaf.
Oh, wow.
It's almost
That's
done.
beautiful. You see lap all over Thailand, but this one is very typical of the Isan region. So you would also eat
The khao niao, yes,
with
of
khao
course.
niao.
Everything with khao niao.
I love the amount of textures and how fresh it is, how spicy it can be. The technique of just adding a little bit of water that Chef Jim was doing, and then adding the chopped duck, and then cooking it until the water has evaporated, and then combining with a lot of the roasted rice. Like, it does so much, not just for the flavor, but texture, because it almost adds like a bit of crunch to the whole dish.
And did you know what lab actually means?
And minced.
Yes. You're good.
And then we have another version of the khao niao, but this is called
Khao ti.
khao di.
Khao ti.
So this is something that you would just see and you would eat on its own or with other dishes.
I would prefer eat with somtum or something spicy.
Would you ever eat this with something sweet?
Yeah, you can. You can even eat with the fried chicken.
I find it very, very different from obviously the regular khao niao. The grains have really kind of almost become like a paste-like. You get the coconut and you kind of get the whiff of the egg on the nose, and just that very thin layer of egg on the outside creates this kind of lacy shell that encases the rice. This one, when I saw it being made, didn't know where it was going. Is there anything in Isan or Thai food that you really don't like?
I don't think so.
Really? You're not a picky eater?
No, I can eat everything.
It has like a deep, deep richness, but there's a sweetness to it as well. It's a lot more delicate than I thought it would be. Yeah, that is amazing. It's so delicious. But I love it. It's like a perfect snack. Okay, so now I guess we could leave the kitchen. We're gonna head make a few kind of the salads of the Isan region.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's check it out. We're making the Somtum. I know there's a lot of different Somtums in Thailand.
Yeah.
This one is with field crabs. What is it called in Thai?
Tam pupara.
Dam pupara. Okay, great. Can you walk me through the ingredients?
The first thing, I just half garlic.
Just half?
Yes, just a half of
Not even a whole? 2 chilies?
for the medium spicy. And then if we punch like nothing inside, the chili is coming to
Right away.
your eyes. So we're gonna put sugar.
And this is just to kind of tone down the heat from the chilies and to add some sweetness to the salad.
punch. Yeah. The next one we're gonna put the tomato. And the next one, Thai eggplant. A little bit punch. Now put lamb
The whole thing?
with the whole thing. Yeah, and punch.
It's very hard to do it when you're right-handed.
Now,
Make me look bad.
oh, no, that's okay then. Put long bean.
This
One
is the
spoon.
fermented fish sauce,
Yeah.
right? Now everything's kind of looking like saucy. Green papaya. Here,
Okay.
let's see. Okay, I got it.
Now we put the crab.
So I think it's kind of like you're crushing everything, you're extracting all the oils and flavors from the chilies, the garlic, you're breaking things down to release their oils, their juices, their water, so that everything kind of comes together and so it's not just singular.
We're done.
Done? Okay.
Look good.
Do you want to eat it?
Okay, let me try. Can I try
Yeah,
this?
you can try it.
Not bad.
Not bad? Not bad. So the next dish is the soup normai, which is not a soup. It's a vegetable dish, and it's a cold dish. I've never had this before, so I'm very curious.
Gonna start with
This is the sesame seeds.
seed. Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop you. You gotta take a look at this. The seeds are getting crushed and almost becoming like a paste-like. So a little bit of white sugar, a little bit of brown sugar. Why do you use 2 sugars and not one?
Because it's brown sugar and we need the smell and color from that. And the white sugar is more sweet.
So really breaking it down to like a paste, really.
Inside have red onion,
Red onion,
coriander,
mint.
mint,
and then this is the bamboo
yeah,
shoots.
fermented fish salt,
I'm so into this dish, by the way. Oh, and some chili.
just a little bit.
That's a lot.
No, a little bit.
Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. So this is the somtum, and you mentioned we should probably eat it with some khao niao, the sticky rice. And this is just the plain khao niao. This is not the coconut one.
Okay.
This is the food that I kind of crave because I didn't grow up with it, and it's what I kind of always am wanting and yearning. So this is very, very satisfying. And it's very different from kind of the typical somtum that I've had. Like just the addition of the field crabs and the fish sauce that has a viscosity and it's thicker and just as a lot more complex, I feel like. It goes a long way. I just want to eat this.
Go ahead.
It's so intense.
Right.
So this one, I've certainly never tasted before, I've never seen before. Soup
Mai,
Mai
yeah.
is also very, very typical of the region.
Very, very typical of Isan food. When you think of soup Nor Mai, the first flavor that comes into your mind is salty.
Salty. It still has a good amount of heat, but you do get the salt in the very beginning because you get the two different fish sauces.
That's right.
I love bamboo shoots. It's like that wonderful kind of texture that's a little bit stringy almost. I'm actually gonna go for a little bit more. It's also kind of cooling, you know? It's spicy, but the bamboo itself feels like it's very kind of, it's calming in your mouth.
Isan people, you know, they find ingredient like in the back of the house, like backyard. So this is one of the ingredient that they always find. If you cannot find a green papaya, then you use, you know, you make this dish.
But I want to thank you, Supani, Chef Jim, Somtum. The Isan region has a special place in my heart, so I hope everybody kind of will see it and fall in love with this food, and thank you.
Thank you.
I just left Somtum. It was great to meet Supani and Chef Jim. Well, going in, I definitely did have like a good sense of what I was getting myself into flavor-wise and the different ingredients. It was still great to kind of try each ingredient. So I think I'm gonna make the fried chicken, and I think one of the salads. I don't know which one, but definitely one of the salads. I would like to also just kind of play with the crock again and try to get my technique down, which is kind of sad, I have to be honest. I feel like I'm very comfortable with a mortar and pestle, but a Thai one is like a whole other beast. Hey guys, I'm back in the test kitchen. I'm going to be making dishes from Somtum, and today I have with me a meal. A full meal.
Just a snack. Hi, Andy.
Have you been to Somtum?
I have not been to Somtum.
How?
But now I get to eat it right here.
You get to hear it. Yeah. Somtum does food from the Isan region,
Okay.
northeastern Thailand. And I'm going to take you through a few of the flavor profiles that make up that cuisine, and then we're going to cook a few dishes.
Great, that sounds fantastic.
I think I'm going to recruit you. So the first bit is the sweet profile that you get from regular white granulated sugar, the brown sugar, and then these are fermented field crabs. Oh, God, get in there.
It is sweet.
A little sweet, right?
It's like candy.
It is really sweet.
Really sweet.
And then next is kind of the salty salt profile, which comes from fish sauce, two different types, and this is the unfiltered, super cloudy. I know, wakes you up.
It's so good. But you know what it reminds me of? It's like when you buy a tin of anchovies, they kind of like sludge at the bottom.
Like around the side edges too.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to spicy. Bird's eye chili, and then this is just the dried, pulverized. You can see the seeds are in there.
Nailed it.
Sorry, Emil snorted some chili flakes.
Good though.
Good? Oh yeah? It'll get me good. So going on sour, you have just fresh limes, tomatoes, can be very acidic, and so...
So sorry. It's still in there, but I'm just gonna...
And then over here you have their tamarind. The last one is the bitter flavor, which you get from the Thai eggplants, which you use just raw, just sliced up thin.
You know, raw, it has almost there's like a little bit of a spiciness to it, like a nightshady sort of. Yeah.
So this is young grass juice. That's coming from here. It's in a can. It's called it's a leaf Bayan Neng extract. It's a little more subtle, a little sweet. Definitely has that bitterness towards the end.
Toasted
Toasted rice.
It's so good. Well, it reminds me a little bit of like buckwheat. And
buckwheat?
also like when the bottom of the popcorn. Is at
I
home,
love that.
Watching movies at home.
First dish we're making, just to get things going, is their fried chicken. Theirs is so perfect. The batter is, aromatic-wise, it's lemongrass, cilantro root, crushed black peppercorns, like
Okay.
maybe a little over a tablespoon. Red curry paste, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons. And then 6 cloves of garlic. Okay, I'm gonna add tempura flour. And fish sauce. I think it will need a little bit of salt as well. Okay, so clearly it's very, very thick. The chicken, what they do is they'll use bone and skin on. They'll separate the meat from the bone
Oh.
just so it can cook really nice and evenly. I'm just gonna add the chicken straight on. While the chicken's marinating, we're gonna make the sauce. I mean,
Yeah.
the chicken itself should be spicy.
Okay.
But the sauce, I think, definitely has a higher level of heat. I'm gonna go with like half a cup. Dried chilies. We have toasted rice powder, and then a little bit of fresh lemon juice, and then some fish sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Why don't we fry the chicken?
That sounds about right.
So the ice has definitely melted, not completely, but
Well, it's thinning it out.
It's
I
thinning
mean-
the batter. Dip this one by one.
Do you always do that when you're putting things in the fryer, the moving back and forth?
I do. I have a habit of doing that.
Sure.
I also saw him do this at the restaurant too.
Do a little dance.
Yeah, sway.
Beautiful, relaxing.
Amazing, crispy,
Bubble,
sexy.
bubble. Ooh,
Boiling
sensuality.
trouble. Mary Kate and Ashley. What? I'm excited.
What's the
about this.
like? What color are you looking for?
It went a little bit darker than this.
Wow.
Let's drop this.
And how long are they frying on this?
I would go another like minute. Doesn't this look good?
I'm back to the test kitchen with my
Shape shifting.
Oh, they serve it sliced. Love that. Oh my god, my mouth is salivating.
I know.
Yum, yum, yum.
Warm bowl full of herbs. You love a mortar. You love a pestle.
I do. I love a mortar and a pestle. This is one of my many mortar and pestles that I actually bought from Thailand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's called a crock, and they'll make somtum here, but they'll also use the crock to assemble all the types of dishes. And one of them that we're doing is the soup normai, which is a bamboo kind of salad. It's actually the spiciest dish we're making today. In this case, we're gonna make the sauce first before we add the bamboo shoots, toasted sesame seeds. I'm gonna
Okay.
add about half of this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just grind this up a little bit. I'm gonna add the chili. I'm gonna add the young green juice, 2 tablespoons.
So now it's starting to form into like a real paste.
I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna add half a small shallot to it, the cilantro and some mint leaves. I feel like this is where you switch from using just the pestle and you use the pestle and the spoon.
Gotcha. So you're compressing it slightly and then lifting, compressing, then lifting.
Fish sauce.
Just brighten things up.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, look at you getting all cute with it.
The final dish is gonna be a somtum, a papaya salad.
The
This-
namesake dish.
Well, the specific somtum, because there's so many different types of papaya salad. This is called tam pu plata. This is the one with the field crabs. I'm gonna start off with just 1 clove. Give it a smash. I'm gonna do 2 chilies. We're gonna pound that pretty coarse like this. I'm gonna add some sugar, and then I'm gonna add a few tomatoes.
It's cool, so that's adding a little bit of juiciness to the
Yeah.
equation. You're done with your dry ingredients.
A piece of lime. I'll squeeze that. We're gonna add the Thai eggplant. This is just 1 long bean. Some fish sauce. Green papaya.
Can you do anything with the seeds?
I would imagine like same as papaya seeds, like they're edible. Yeah.
What did that taste like?
Something very familiar.
Very familiar.
It's not coriander, it's not peppercorn.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
I know, it's so familiar. Is it an herb? What is it? It's so familiar. Not juniper. What is it? Gabby, please come here.
It looks like a seed.
Well, yes, it's papaya seed, but what does it taste like?
Wait, I know these.
I know, right?
I know. Juniper berries.
No,
No?
it's
not quite
It's
juniper.
not there. It's not there. Chris,
Chris.
what does this taste like?
Oh, I can come in?
Cyanide. It manages to be like both like metallic, bitter, and sour all at the same time. A little bit mustardy.
Yep.
Yeah,
A little bit mustardy.
It reminds me a lot of like a
Mustard?
like mustard greens.
Oh.
Yeah, like mustard
yeah.
greens.
Mustard
Yeah.
The way
greens.
that can be kind of sharp and
Yes,
kind of like
yes,
Yeah.
mustard greens.
Yeah.
That's
Nailed it.
Gee, that was gonna drive me crazy.
Slow clap.
Emil, yay!
I do think that maybe it's poisonous and I just have eaten a lethal dose.
I don't know. Can we look up if it's like okay to eat papaya
Let's just
seeds?
move on. Let's just, in case we need to go.
I'm gonna add the field crabs as well. So we are trying all the
Trying
dishes,
dishes
now.
now.
We did get
We
into
got
the
the
chicken
chicken
before
earlier
with Molly. We really
Really
destroyed
enjoyed
it.
it.
Can you use this? Okay, so we're gonna get into all these dishes. We did get into the chicken because Molly.
Did we ever?
Did we ever?
This is so good.
Anyways, so where do you want to start? Do you have a preference?
So how do you like to approach the crab? in this? Is it like take a bite?
I'll
and
take
then-
a bite of the papaya and then I'll grab like a claw, suck on the claw.
You really taste the crab.
You do? The crab almost has like a sweetness that that tames everything else. The heat's there though. Mm-hmm. You get it on your lips.
Yeah, it builds and it builds. The eggplant is really the big takeaway for me.
It's kind of refreshing when you get a bite
It
of it.
has like a super aromatic quality.
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste it without the sauce.
Yeah.
That batter is so flavorful. The chicken's so juicy. The garlic is my favorite. I love that sauce and I love the way that it thickened up. I did sat with toasted rice. I love that texture. I feel like I've not tasted anything like
There's
this
like
before.
that shreddy, ropey kind of quality to it.
It really does remind me of like jackfruit or something like that. The heat's really creeping. We should
sign
probably
off?
stop eating.
Yeah. Thank you, Emil.
Thank you so much for showing me all this food.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
So coming back and testing those recipes out, there's things I would love to kind of try again to really understand the movement with the spoon, using the crock properly, but then also like nailing the ratio of like the ice, the batter for the fried chicken, trying to find that kind of right balance for each dish. I think like I would love to kind of keep going in a little bit deeper. But it also just has given me like a deeper love for Isan food and just Thailand in general. Like I've always loved the food from there. But there's plenty to kind of absorb and keep going with, and hopefully you guys learned something.